Hello there, this is Tom from the Buzzel House on Prince Edward Island, French River, Prince Edward Island. Here to give you instructions on how to use the cook stove that I have here. This is Clyde the cook stove. It is a sweetheart cook stove made by the Elmira Stove Company in Ontario, Canada. I believe it's Mennonite made. First of all, it's got some air control here and on the side, these round bell-shaped objects. For the most part, you can leave them alone when the stove's burning. I find that they're fine just where they're set. Before you start the stove up, there's a little ash shaker here. And what I usually do is I take off the top plate here and I move the shaker until I can see daylight. And then throw the ashes down there. This is something that you only have to do when you start the stove up for the first thing in the morning or whatever. You want to get a lot of the ashes that have built up in there out of there. What they do is they fall down into a catch pan, a rectangular catch pan that might need to be emptied once a week if you're using the stove daily, perhaps during cold weather. So you make sure that that ash shaker is all the way pushed in. And then you can get ready to fire it up. What you have to do first of all, there are two main air controls on this stove. You throw this one to the right to light, slides like that, and there's one up here, it slides like that. This directs the flue right up the chimney so you can get a fire going quickly. Once the fire is going, you can slide it to the left and slide this one to the left, and then the fire will go around the oven and heat things up in the oven so you can use it to make your muffins and your pot roasts. So, to get her going, what I usually do, we also have this nifty handle that allows you to put a pretty good sized long piece of wood in there. So what I do, usually to get her going in the morning, is I put some newspaper in there like so, and often I'll use some box board, like an egg carton, and then we'll throw some kindling in there. And we'll get some matches here. We've got both air controls over to the right. Give her a good strike. Get her down in there and get her lit. Clyde the cook stove is named after our illustrious town clerk from Hartland, Vermont, Clyde Jenny, who so kindly sold us this stove. He was anxious to have it removed from his front porch. So, we got the fire going in there now. We'll put this poker to the side. And we'll get her going. So, if you're in a hurry and you want this stove to get going, or if it's chilly in here, one way to really get the air going is to just sit here for about a minute and open up that little door where the ash shaker is. And you can actually hear that fire take off when you do that. In the oven has a thermometer on the door. Don't use it. It's inaccurate. Inside the oven, there is a oven thermometer that's loose. Looks like this. I keep it to the left side of the oven next to the firebox, and that is the accurate temperature gauge for what is happening in there in that oven. So now you can hear this firebox taking off, and again, if you want to get that fire really rolling, open that it up a little bit. This stove is designed really to burn 1 or 2 sticks at a time. This being a stick right here. Don't load the firebox up completely before you go to bed at night like you would a traditional heating wood stove. This is a Cookstove designed for cooking. And it will do just fine if you feed it 1 or 2 sticks at a time. Let them burn down and then throw another 1 or 2 sticks in. Don't load the whole firebox up because she'll get too hot. So there's 1 stick. And there's 2. Again, if you want her to really take off on you, you let a little air in there, get it going. Now after you have a reasonable fire going and you got a little bit of a bed of coals in there, what you'll end up doing to cook with the cook stove is slide this to closed, slide this one to closed, then the fire will go around the oven and up the flue and it will heat your oven. I'm going to leave this open though for now because I want to get this fire going. And that's about it for how to operate Clyde the cook stove. Enjoy it and let me know how the muffins come out.